Hi, welcome to this short video on understanding the cost impact of production systems. I'm Piyush. In under the next 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, we'll try to understand how the scale of production, that is the number of pieces that we plan to produce, impacts the production system. So should we go for continuous or batch or job shop type of production? Let us see a simple example that should help us. Alright, so we have three systems, a continuous, batch and a job shop. If you look at the fixed cost, the continuous system has a fixed cost of 900 rupees or $900 or euros, whatever your currency. Batch has a lower fixed cost and a job shop has the lowest fixed cost of 300 rupees. So as we go down, our fixed cost reduces. The variable cost gives us a completely opposite picture. The variable cost per unit of a continuous process is only 10 rupees. Batch it's slightly higher at 14 rupees and a job shop it is higher at 25 rupees per unit. These are variable cost of per unit costs. Right, so let us try to find out the total cost for the units produced. Now when I produced 0 units, these are the units to be produced, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40 and so on. When I produce only 0 units, my cost is equal to the fixed cost, which will as it is incur, plus the number of units produced, which is 0, multiplied by the variable cost per unit, which is 10, bracket closed. Let me fix some cells so that I will fix up this column C and row 2 and column B. I'm just fixing cells so I can drag and copy the formula. Control C, I paste it. So obviously the cost is just the fixed cost, no units produced, so no variable costs. I copy these 3 cells and paste it here. I'll use the paste special function because I want to copy the formulas and retain some comments that I have here. Yes, so these are our total cost for producing the units that are mentioned in this particular row. Let's look at a few calculations. So let's look at this calculation. So when I'm producing 10 units by continuous, my fixed cost is 900. 10 rupees is the cost per unit, so 900 plus 10 times 10, which is 100, gives me 1000 rupees as total cost for producing 10 units. Let's look at another calculation. Let's look at this one. So we're producing 20 units in a batch shop. So the batch shop has a fixed cost of 600 rupees, 14 rupees per unit, which is given here, is the cost of producing per piece. So 14 times 20, which is 280, gives me the total variable cost. And 600 plus 280, which is 880, gives me the total cost of producing 20 units through a batch shop. Let's look at one more. Let's look at this one. So we're producing 50 units through a job shop. So job shop, so fixed cost becomes 300, variable cost is 25, so 25 times 50 units to give me a total variable cost of 1250. Add 300, the fixed cost to it, and gives me a total cost of 1550. Alright, so all the remaining costs here are exactly similar calculations. I hide these 2 columns so that I can create a scatter chart and show you how it looks like. Hide, alright, and let's go to, I select these positions and I go to insert, scatter chart, and wonderful. I'll increase the size. If you're seeing this in the small YouTube video, you could either create a full screen of the video, zoom it up a bit so that you get a better view of this. Sorry. Alright. So now if I look at this, when my units produced are less, this axis gives me the units produced and the y-axis gives me the cost. When my units produced is, let's say, 10, the green line, which is the job shop, if you look here, the green is the job shop, the red is the batch and the blue is the continuous. So if I'm looking here, the green line is the cheapest, even here. But when I go to 30 units, post 30 units, the green line, which is the job shop, becomes more expensive than the batch shop. So beyond 30 units, the batch process is the best. It continues to be the cheapest, still around 70 units. After 70 units, the continuous process becomes the cheapest. So what we have here, as we increase our scale of production, as we increase with low scale, job shop is the best. With slightly higher scale, the batch becomes the better production system, and with higher scale, the continuous systems become the best or the lowest cost systems. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Any comments, please communicate with me. I'll be happy to interact with you. Thank you for watching and hope to see you again.